Yo, what's up, guys? Jruzz here, and welcome to another episode of Jruzz Inspires podcast. Let me tell you something. You know what, guys? I've been living here in Dubai for 2 decades, almost 2 decades, 18 years to be exact. And you know what? Sometimes, I'll be honest. Sometimes I feel like, what would it feel like to experience being new in Dubai once again, right? What does it feel like to be a stranger again in Dubai? Like, seeing Burj Khalifa for the first time, meeting new friends, I want to experience that again, but unfortunately I cannot. We cannot go back in time, but I think it's something that we would learn on our new guest, which is Sammar Shabir, author and mindset coach, and also a mother of 2 children. See, I did my homework, right? I did my homework. Hello, Sammar. Sorry, it's hard for me to pronounce it. Sammar, how are you? How's everything?
I am well, thank you.
Wow, nice to see you finally. Like we just
for having me.
Yeah, we just had a chat last week. For you to come over, and I feel honored that you responded right away.
I am so grateful.
Yeah, and I remember the first thing you mentioned to me on the phone when you talk is you're new in Dubai, and you're looking for connections, you're looking for visibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're in the right place. Welcome. So Sammar, before we start the episode, I wanna know you. We haven't really chat a lot, so I wanna know more about you. Like, I wanna know your background. If you can tell me more about yourself.
Absolutely.
And for the audience, so introduce yourself basically. So Sammar.
So I am from Pakistan basically, and I am an author and a life coach.
Yes.
And I recently moved to Dubai, and like you mentioned already, I'm a mother of 2 kids, but my book is coming out pretty soon, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. How old are your kids?
One is 13 and the other is 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I have 18 and 10 years old.
You do?
Yeah,
awesome.
I do. Why do I look like single?
I thought you were.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I have 2 kids. They're here. See them? Yeah, so I have 2 kids right there. They're in the Philippines. They only go here for vacation. So yeah. I know what you feel, right? Yeah. And then so you said you've been living here for 2 months.
I have moved to Dubai 2 months ago, yes. So I'm relatively new and it has been quite an experience.
Oh.
Though I used to come to Dubai pretty often, even before, but like properly living is 2 months
Yeah, living in
ago.
Dubai is different, right?
It is very different.
I remember I also came here before I stayed in Dubai. I came here twice for vacation.
Yeah.
It's a different experience.
It is a completely different experience. When you come for vacation, you think you have a lot of money to spend. And you're very, very careless with money. And you go to theme parks and you go to all the tourist, locations and you're so hyped up. But when you move, there is a lot of paperwork and the money is just spilling out of you.
You just finish your jari, then probably dewa, and then
yes, exactly.
And then school. Kids' school.
Oh,
there's so much headache.
Everything.
Yeah, so much headache. But I think it's going to be a good decision for them to.
It feels like a good decision already.
Ooh,
because I was ready to move and I felt like everything aligned right in place. My publishing contract.
Wow.
My business. I started up my coaching business here.
Oh, wow.
So everything sort of fell into place on its own. And then I thought there was no more point in waiting because I had initially decided to move a year later. And then it made no sense, as if everything's here, I should be here physically too. So I took the leap.
Yeah. So so you came from Pakistan, right?
I am from
So
Pakistan.
what was your life in Pakistan before you moved here?
So my life in Pakistan was pretty good. I had a pretty good upbringing. I had a pretty as good as it gets in Pakistan. But I thought it had come to a point where everything didn't align with me anymore, So I didn't feel like it made any sense for me to stay there because while I loved being there, I had changed at a rapid level. And then I felt like I couldn't connect with so many things around me. And then my publishing career and my coaching career, they're very novel in Pakistan. There's something that aren't very prevalent over there. Okay. I mean, especially the coaching business. So life in Pakistan had stalled for me personally. Otherwise, it was very nice.
Yeah. I think most of people in Dubai probably say the same
Yeah.
about from their home country. Like I think for us, it's like we're looking for new challenges that we think that we wouldn't be able to achieve in our home country. Like I could say the same thing.
Yeah.
The Philippines, that I don't think I would be having this life if I stayed back in the Philippines 20 years ago.
Yeah, there are
Like,
more opportunities here. You just come for
so,
growth,
yeah.
and then you feel like you've milked a certain place to its maximum, and there's no more growth, and then you need to move. So that's what happened to me.
Growth.
Yeah.
I mean, see Dubai. I mean, if it's talking about growth, like I mean, Dubai is growing every year.
Every year.
Construction never changed. I think I'm telling you, I came here 20 years ago, and they're still building until now.
Yeah.
Like they don't stop building.
They don't
And there's
stop
still
it.
more places to build. Like yeah.
And the fact that they're attracting creatives like you and me, that's
true.
like
Yeah.
it's the best time to be in Dubai right now.
Especially
So,
golden visa. Have you got yours?
Not yet.
Yeah,
not yet, no. I
wanna
need to
have
be
mine.
published for a little while before I apply for that.
Yeah, I applied twice. I don't know why I got rejected, but I will try once again.
I'm sure there are some deeper prerequisites to it.
The thing is, there's one chance every year for you to apply golden visa.
Oh.
Yeah,
Thanks for the heads up.
yeah, there's one time once year. So
Okay.
what advices I got from my friends is you have to put everything. Like you will have to submit a PDF of your achievements or what you have done in the UAE for the past whatever amount of years, and you have to put everything. Which I didn't do. I felt like I was so humble. I was like, I just put like.
So hopefully the third time's the charm.
Yeah, I was like, I filled only maybe 5-10 pages, and then I just put random links to, but they told me that you have to put everything.
Which is so surprising, seeing you've accomplished so much.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah, so I
I
think
am such a huge fan of your photography.
Thank you so
Yeah, I love it.
I feel like next time I will be submitting them 100 pages of my application. I mean, why not, right? Why not? So yeah, Sammar. So let's go to. So what kind of business do you have here in the UAE?
I have a coaching business.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think I'm going to get some tricks for you because I just recently started my coaching journey.
Really?
I told you I was into photography. My photography, filmmaking, that's my background. But I'm just starting to going to coaching, going to
So coaching
workshops.
in what regard?
I'm now coaching business people.
Okay.
So recently I started doing corporate.
Yeah.
So I had training for it's for the Dubai Chamber. So it's a group of women. It's Dubai Business Women Council. You should join that.
Oh,
Dubai
I'd
Business
like
Women Council.
business.
I'll send you the link later on. So
Okay.
it's a group of women with their own businesses, and it's under Dubai Chambers. So it's government, right?
Okay.
So I conducted like 2 months course.
Okay.
So I teach them how to create content.
Oh.
Because
So business, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
yeah. So it's like I teach them how to use content creation to help their business grow.
Yeah,
Because a lot of them they just take pictures, they upload random on their social media, but they don't create content.
Exactly.
Right?
And social media is the strongest, best marketing tool at this point in time.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
sure.
get that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
which I am terrible with.
Then maybe I can help you. Maybe you can have a shot.
Maybe we'll have a chat afterwards. Yeah.
Join that program. So
I will.
if I have other workshops in the future, join.
Absolutely.
Because
I love that.
I teach a lot of people to handle social media, and I managed to actually improve a lot of businesses. Like if I'm telling you, like they managed to use social media.
So that's the best part about coaching. You can, share what you're so passionate about, and you can people can actually benefit from your
Yes.
personal experiences and especially what you have learned. I mean, if you've had formal training through that, so it's like a mix of that, and you're doing something you're good at. You can contribute to, and they're learning and they're getting something out of
I'm
it.
I'm just experiencing it recently, So it's a great feeling, and I think that I told you, I think this is going to be my next chapter of my career.
Yeah.
I feel like I maximize my photography potential, filmmaking. I want to go into coaching.
Yeah, the coaching is actually because you get to work on your time.
Yes.
You can work from home. So especially for women like me, I have children and I want to be fully available to them. I take great pride in being a very emotionally available parent. So I figured coaching was the best career for me. And coaching is really, really, at this point in time, coaching is doing really well. So yeah.
Yeah, so true. So for your coaching, mindset coach, right?
Mindset coach.
Okay, can you just elaborate, explain to me what is mindset coach?
So mindset coaching basically is a mindset that because certain experiences in your childhood and in your young adulthood, they shape who you are, what you think, and how your mind is designed to work. Because everybody's perception of reality is very different.
Yes.
So when clients basically come to me when they've done the inner work and they're stuck, unable to move forward. So for that to happen, you need to rewire your mindset in a way that undoes the baggage of the past. So mindset coaching basically is all about rewiring the mindset. Yes.
So it's like changing what you get used to.
Changing what changing and adapting.
Oh.
Yeah, pivoting basically.
Pivoting, yeah. Oh, I think it's something that I could relate. Like, because handling my business for 10 years, like I've pivoted my career so many times.
Yeah.
I've been to so many ups and downs, and it's something that I managed to accomplish by myself.
Yeah.
Right? But I think it's your job is to help people that don't have that capacity.
Don't have the capacity or perhaps the awareness, because what works at a certain phase in life might not work at the next. So you need to pivot your mindset, the way you approach life, how you manage around those things. So that's what it's all about.
Can you give me some biggest example that in your experience, like what kind of, like maybe from your previous clients, like what kind of mindset that you managed to change, or
like I'll give you an example. I'll give you a personal example.
Okay.
Suppose a certain coping mechanism that I had picked up at some point in my life, which had helped me survive at that point, did not serve me really well in this phase, because I was all about the growth. It was about motherhood, growth, and all of that. So I realized that coping mechanism had become obsolete, and I had to evolve so that I could be more in alignment with the phase that I was going through.
Yeah.
So it's all about that. And luckily for me, I was a lot into pop psychology and stuff like that before I decided to become a coach. So that is how I got into it. And then I got formal training, certifications. And the more I dug deeper into it, the more I realized how you can alter the way you approach a certain situation. So that I guess
I'll tell you one situation right now and tell me if I'm doing it right. It's like a one-on-one coaching right now.
Tell me, yeah.
Just make sure you're not going to charge me after this.
We'll think about that.
Think about it. Maybe we can do X still. Okay, so rather changing mindset. So right now, see, I've been running my business for 10 years now.
Okay.
And I feel like from the moment I start, for me, I never reach out to anyone. Like for me, all my business came from either from my social media, from my network, word of mouth. So for me, I never had to do any reaching out, any proactive sales or whatnot, But right now, as I told you, I'm trying to shift my career into coaching, into trainings and networking. So for me, I was trying to change my mindset.
Yeah.
Like for now, I wanna be more proactive, right? But I just keep trying to change my mindset, because again, for almost 1 decade, I never reached out to anyone. Believe it or not, I never had presentation of myself. I never done.
Which is such a good thing that you're doing, because every business requires a different version of you. Like if your mindset is going to show up in your personal relationships, in the way you deal, you cope and everything, it shows up in your business as well. And being proactive right now, especially when you're making a career shift, is so important. And outreach is basically the best way where you can, when you're starting off, build that authority, that credibility. So I guess that's a pretty cool thing.
And that's why I reached out on you on Instagram, right? And that's the first time I reached out to anyone.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm telling you,
I feel flattered.
I'm telling you, it's like I was shaking, like it's not me, like it's like, but I feel like I have to do it. Right,
exactly. The first time I did my outreach process, I felt a little salesy. I felt like, oh my god,
right, yeah, same.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I felt.
Yeah,
like I was like, I don't want to do this. This is not me. But I got rejected a couple of times, and I got some rude DMs. But I was like, you know what?
Yeah, just move on. You just move on. Yeah, just move on.
Yeah.
But the thing about reaching out, and when I started reaching out, the highest paying clients have come through the outreach process. There have been people, obviously, people who come to me, but most of the money that I've made is through outreach. And then again, we have this mindset where we feel a little shy, a little skittish of putting ourselves out there, especially when we're new. But if you believe you have something worthwhile to offer, it's actually a pretty brave move to put yourself out there like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I it's something that I'm slowly trying to accept right now. So your mindset, is it only about business? Can it be also personal?
It actually, mindset is the one aspect of your life that impacts you in every way, in your business, like I said, in your personal relationships. So when I work with a client, it's a 3 months process. So yeah, because mindset cannot be changed overnight, or in one session, or in 2 sessions. So it's like 3 months. And when we work on shifting the mindset, usually the goal of the client, why they came to me, shifts because the mindset is shifting. So so they want to work on their business simultaneously, their relationships, their coping mechanisms all at once, because their mindset is shifting. So yeah, it's just not business. It is like, it encompasses your entire personality and your entire perception. So yeah,
it's basically, it's not overnight, right?
No, change is never overnight.
And also, I think it's something that you need to accept, which is sometimes hard.
Yeah.
To accept that you have to change. That sometimes, for example, you lost everything.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's hard to accept, but you gotta accept it, right? If you really want to change your mindset.
The fact that when people start off, they need results right away, because initially they're working on they're motivated, they're inspired, but that wears off after a certain point, and only discipline and tenacity carries you forward, because no business yields results initially, right?
Yes.
So for anything to change, we need to accept it's not going to be a sprint, it's going to be a marathon. And you need to make something exist before you can layer and scale. So yeah, the hardest thing to accept is that the end game we're looking for is probably going to be a little difficult, and it's going to take time. So that is something that people are very impatient with, and which is what I work with when we're dealing with clients.
I was looking one of your posts, which I think connects to everything that you just read right now, which is, I told you, there's a couple of sentences that I want to use as a title for this podcast.
Tell me about it.
Learn the language of silence,
Yeah.
and accept the gift of surrender. That's
Which
so
is the
deep.
hardest gift to receive.
Yes. Can you go through me the whole post, the whole thing, like why you come up with this? Like, this is such a beautiful line. Like, I was stopping, I was reading, I was like, I want to use this as my title.
So how I'll tell you, I'll just recently, last night, I was having a conversation with a client. And because the client was frustrating me so much, I felt that there was a lot of resistance from the client. And I told him to just let go, just stop trying to control where this is headed. Let's just go with the flow.
Yes.
Silence basically is the most beautiful language and something that is universal. So I'll just give you a personal example. There came a point in my life, because I've always had this mindset of trying to do more, trying to prove myself, because as a recovering people pleaser, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. You're trying to prove your worth, you're trying to prove, and you're trying to go against the current of how things are going, because you want to be in control. And there comes a point when you understand that nothing is in your control. And silence basically is something that there came a point in my life where everything I knew completely fell apart. So how silence helped me was that it gave me the space to deal, to cope, to make sense of what was happening, and to keep my grace. I did not have to spill. I did not have to be I just dealt with it in privacy, and silence helped. Because when you adopt silence, you can go through all the motions without the external noise. You can make sense of everything. And when the dust settles, you're a completely different person at the end. And when we talk silence, towards the end, there comes surrender. When you understand that surrender basically isn't a weakness, it's a strength, because letting go of things isn't easy. Anybody who's let go of something, it's just not easy. So surrender comes when you accept that it happened because it had to happen. You couldn't control the situation. And anyway, if you could go back in time, usually whenever a client comes up to me with regrets, I ask them the very question. I ask, if you could go back in time with the knowledge you had at that time, would you behave or react differently? And I just receive the same answer, no. So that is what it's all about, surrender, submitting to everything. The universe, the higher power, God, whatever you'd call it. So
it's hard. It's
the hardest thing in the world. So when surrender basically, I think, is strength, because, surrendering to anything, letting go. And I always tell my clients that resentment or holding on to anything, anger, bitterness, it is power that you haven't reclaimed. So when you let go, that thing stops having control over you. And that is when you find peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I just posted it recently. So I had this very similar discussion with my previous guest. Like, I lost my relationship with my wife.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And that was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we have different ideas how to solve the situation. I was devastated. I was like, I don't have a job. I don't have I lost my clients. I lost almost everything. And that's something that, I was like, there's again the surrender, letting go, right? That time I was like, I feel like I had no choice. And I feel like there's something I need to let go. I need to move on.
Especially when you've put in so many years of work, investment into something, a relationship, and it falls apart right in front of you.
Right, in a very quick time. In how many months? 3 months, 4 months? The pandemic, the lockdown. So it's just very hard for us to resolve this issue. And then it came to a point that I was like, I need to let go. I need to understand the situation, and I had to make a decision, which is I tried to be able to accomplish, like to beat the pandemic. I think I had to sacrifice something. I need to let go of something, and that was the hardest part of it. And then so I tried to let go of that, of our relationship.
The anger,
yes.
Yeah, the pain, the longing, all of it.
Yeah, but. Yeah, at first I was angry, I was devastated, I was sad, but it came to a point that I accepted everything slowly, right? And especially in silence. That's why I like this. That's why I resembled in this line, because I accepted everything in silence. I never tell that situation to my followers. I never tell it to some of my friends. A very specific person only know what was going on.
I think silence is the language of grace.
Yes.
No
more fighting, no more
resistance.
No more resistance. Yes, I handled everything in silence. I was like, for months, like half a year, I was in silent.
And I'm sure towards the end of it, you might have been a different person.
I am a very different person. Right? I think pandemic changed all of us. Or at least most of us, right?
It changed me too. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, exactly.
It's I always tell this. I think pandemic is it's a blessing in disguise, if you think about it, right?
A blessing and blessing mostly. Yes.
Yeah, at the end, at least.
Towards the end. Yes,
towards the end, at the first, of course, it was devastating. Everything is locked down. I lost almost everything. Yeah. But at the end, again, it changed you to. I think it made you stronger. It made us stronger.
It made us think.
It made us. What's the right word? Resentful or what? Yeah. Relentless or something? Or
It first made us reflect,
Yeah.
then change, pivot,
Yeah.
and then relentless. Yeah.
Yes. My life right now is very different before the pandemic.
understand.
And then again I was like I again silence and then the gift of surrender. So
So
yeah,
have
I
you
was like,
surrendered?
which one? Which one?
Like, have you? Because silence is easy to adopt.
Yes.
Because silence can be out of fear. Silence can be out of many reasons.
Yes.
Which I think is how it's supposed to be. But surrender is very hard.
It's very hard. Yeah. I mean, it depends. Again, I get asking you which one, but if you're asking about our relationship, I was like, yes,
The business and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I had to surrender for example, I had my staff before. I had to surrender it. I had to let them go. I had to send them back home, right? And also my clients. I lost clients, I had to surrender my apartment. I was living in Dubai. And there's one point that I moved to Ajman, different emirate, and I had to live in my car.
Oh.
And that's how hard my life was back during the pandemic. So I had to surrender so much. But here I am right now with my own podcast,
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, doing coaching, it's complete different life right now. So again, it's no surrender for me. So yeah, you have to surrender, but at the same time you have to also overcome it.
Overcome.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I did, right? So that's why I wanna.
You have to build momentum afterwards because you can't stay in the same place.
Yes, so
So
true.
you need momentum, and where you need to alter your mindset.
Yes.
So momentum comes with that.
Yeah. That's why again I really like. Can I use this now for my?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
It's so
resonated
beautiful.
with you.
It's so beautiful, right?
Thank
so
you.
okay, now can we go to your book now?
My book. Yep.
Okay, wow, book. Okay, so you said you are. By the way, we are filming this before you even released the book, but
It's going to be released on the 11th of November, so pretty close.
I think let's upload this episode during that week,
Perfect.
right? Okay, so let's go with the book. I like the design, by the way, the cover. I love
barred window,
It's also similar to my current style right now.
Which is why I loved your page.
Oh, thank you
because
so much.
because of this cinematic vibe and everything. Yeah.
You know what also what happened? So before the pandemic, if you go through my feed, my pictures, like before the pandemic, you will see my pictures very colorful.
Yeah.
Like the sunset, orange, purple, blues, right? But when you see my pictures after the pandemic, it changed my style. If you see more of a
Because
darker
you
tone,
changed.
yeah, I feel like it. That's why I dare you go to my page, just browse through before the pandemic and after the pandemic, you will see the difference. And
Awesome.
this exact style is my current style.
Yeah, I
right
got
now.
excited when you contacted me because I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like they're very similar in themes. and
Exactly.
colors
Okay,
and
so
everything,
run us through your book.
So my book is basically set in Pakistan, where I'm from, north of Pakistan, and it's set in the time of the socio-political unrest of Pakistan, which was at its peak in 2007.
Yeah.
So it's set in that time, but it deals with the concept of identity and belonging, which is played out through a hierarchy system called the chess society. So like in if you've read Lord of the Flies, lovely book. So it's in like Lord of the Flies, the world war is going on outside and the children are stranded on an island.
Okay.
So while everything is escalating outside, there's internal tension inside. Similarly, that is how my book is handled until there comes a point when both the sides converge. So, and the concepts of identity, belonging, the things that I struggled with during my pandemic years, like you said, it changed everybody. Those are addressed in the book.
Okay, so when did you start writing this book?
Right after the pandemic.
Oh, right after the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know I would actually complete it. But that is when I started.
Is this your first book?
This is my debut book.
Do you have any background in writing or it's
I
just-
have been a writer my entire life. I have, I was always a storyteller, even as a child.
I love that.
So I remember I tell my cousins and my siblings stories and all sorts of bizarre stories and didn't believe it. So I have been a writer. I've done content writing. I have done a lot. I've actually sold children's stories online, but this is my first attempt at a proper manuscript, which was the hardest thing to accomplish ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who ask me to also to write a book about my life, about my experience.
I'm going to start a coaching program very soon about
writing.
About writing,
Ooh,
yeah.
So maybe we can have actually so teach you content creation, then writing, yeah. I want to write too because because again my experience, my life experience is very very different. Like I started as a street vendor in Dubai. Like I was selling on the street in Karama. I'm not sure if you've been to Karama. I was selling on the street. That's how I began my career.
Oh.
And that's how I managed like the life I went through from the streets to where I'm right now. Like I think
Quite a journey.
That inspired. I mean, that already inspired a lot of people. A lot of my friends were inspired.
And the best thing about writing, especially fiction, storytelling, it's often said that writing a story or telling a story. Fiction basically is the only way an author can tell their story without making an open fool of themselves. So it's often said that. So yeah.
Why though? Why do you think so?
Because a lot of people are afraid of being seen. A lot of people are afraid of being vulnerable. So that is very hard to do. So and basically whenever you write from your perspective. You can only write about what you know. So
it reminds me of so not sure if you know, but our national hero. We have a national hero named Jose Rizal. Okay, right? So usually when you're talking about national hero, you talk about someone who fought in war.
Yeah.
Who fought in battle, who were on the front of the line, who killed so many of the intruders or the conquerors, right? That's the hero. It's but in the Philippines, our national hero, he's a writer.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome.
So he wrote a book against the Spaniards.
Okay.
And that book started the revolution.
I'd love to read that.
Of the Filipinos. And that's why we Filipinos chose him as the national hero.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, the other heroes, although they fought in war, they died during the war, but we chose the one who chose peace to fight through peace.
The pen is the weapon of
yes, exactly. Like he used the pen as his weapon to fight, with his country. And you should.
I'd love to read that.
You will be inspired. I'm telling you. He's been a smart person since. He's a doctor. He's a mathematician. He's a chemist. He's also an athlete. He's done so much, but he decided to fight Spaniards through his pen. Incredible. Jose Rizal. You should.
I will just search him up afterwards.
So it reminds me of exactly what you said, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they are quite what's called this. They don't want to show like themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to show themselves behind the book.
It's not even about showing themselves. It's about showing a part of the world that you've seen.
Yeah.
Like in my book, because we've lived through the time of militancy in Pakistan. What the book is about, basically, it's set in that time.
Oh.
So because I was the few privileged people who did not have to witness it firsthand. So even in the book, it's told from the perspective of a protected bystander.
Oh.
So, because usually when you read literature from South Asia or Pakistan or Afghanistan, you always read it through the perspective of somebody who's actively been a part of that, not somebody who's watching through the sidelines, which is how we experienced it.
Okay.
And that was such a helpless, devastating feeling, being unable to do anything about it, and seeing people you care about, your country, people suffer like that. So that is addressed in the book as well. So writing basically is showing people an insight of what you've experienced, what people around you have experienced, and the world that you're familiar with. Yeah.
Now you make me curious because for someone that didn't grow up because you see, in the Philippines, that's why you've heard this term that Filipinos are one of the most happiest people on earth. I believe that is because we've been free for so long. Like we've been free for maybe 200 years or something. So for us, I think like that's why all of us grew up, free. Like we don't have to deal with wars, with a lot of crimes, So that's why. I wanna hear the perspective from someone like you who grew up in that. You know, I feel like I want to learn the perspective coming from someone who grew up with that, right? It's not easy as well, right?
It wasn't easy. There came a point in 2007 where we were so scared. We thought we'd be the next Afghanistan because militancy had completely spilled into our country. But because I've been brought up in a very privileged family. I belong to a privileged family. I did not have to witness what the people were witnessing outside, which is my intent while writing the book was creating the exact atmosphere. There's an estate where there are children and there's curfew outside. There used to be curfew every night. There used to be obviously bombing and deaths, the death toll. Every day you'd hear something happen. So there's this atmosphere of unrest outside in the book. I'll tell you the perspective through the book. And there is the estate where there's this internal turmoil, internal conflict going on. And the only connection they have to the external world because of the curfew, because of everything, is the barred window. That is how it's addressed. Which is why the book is called The Barred Window.
Sense.
Yeah. So experiencing it as an outsider, as a bystander, and as somebody who's in the thick of it is very different. I wanted to tell the story in the middle, from the middle point. That is how it's told. Yeah.
You know, now it all makes sense. You know what? You really need to look at that person, Jose Rizal. He
will.
also wrote the book inside his cell while he's captured inside the jail, basically. And he also came from a very privileged family. Same exact as your life. Same exact, like he doesn't have to basically join the war. Like he doesn't have to. He's very privileged. He managed to. He lived in Spain he lived in Europe, you know. But you know, he decided to go back to the Philippines. He got captured, and then he decided to write the book inside the cell. And I remember it was mentioned that he was writing the book while the light from the window is lighting
awesome.
That's how he managed to write the book, because of that window lighting. And that's basically exactly the same thing.
So my capture was the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But still, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That I was like, you know, when I was looking at this title, I was like, what? Like how can you connect this to your book? Like I don't get it, but then after your explanation, I was like, okay, now it makes sense.
So the barred window is the connection between the external and the internal. Have you watched Attack on Titan, the anime?
I've seen that. A lot of my friends told me to. You watch it?
You should, yeah.
Do you watch it? Oh, come on. Really?
It's awesome.
I feel ashamed that
you should be. That's for me.
I'm the one from Asia, and I'm the one who.
No, it's a lovely series. So basically, in Attack on Titan, what they've done is they've created a dystopia within the walls.
Yes.
So there is conflict outside the walls. Sorry for the spoilers. There are.
It's been out for decades.
Yeah, so it's on you.
Yeah, it's on you.
So there's conflict outside and there's conflict inside. So that is something that I connect with as well, because even though I watched Attack on Titan just recently, my kid threatened to leave if I didn't watch it with him. So I didn't. I was like, oh my God, this is so inspiring and very similar. So I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay, you know what? I feel ashamed. I will because I know my friends told me.
Oh, you should watch it.
Because I thought it's your very typical anime fighting demons, or like.
It's got a lovely story, lovely plot, very layered, very complex, satirical. Yes, stuff that you'd appreciate.
Trust me, I just watched Death Note recently, like a few months ago.
I haven't.
Yeah, but it's been, again, it's a very famous anime, but I just watched it recently. So I'm very late to watching animes.
Me too. And I just, my friends would watch it and I'd be like, oh my God, you guys are grown people and you're watching cartoons? Yeah. And they just look at me, they're not cartoons, they're art.
Anime is for everyone.
It's for everyone.
Yeah. It's not cartoons. I think that's a wrong word to use.
No. Yes, exactly. And they got really mad at me. Now I get mad at people who call them cartoons. Yeah,
it's like for my age, it's like it's very strange to watch cartoons, but I think anime it's different,
still
right?
Do.
Yeah, you still do.
I still do. Yeah.
Which anime do you watch now?
No, and I watch cartoons as well.
Young at heart. Young at heart.
Young at heart, yes.
Okay. Is there Sammar, is there anything you want to mention about the book? Is there anything you want to add up?
My book basically, as you know, is coming out in November, on the 11th of November in Dubai. Then it's going to be coming out in Pakistan and then in the UK. So
okay, so first in Dubai?
The launches basically. It's going to be distributed worldwide after the first launch in Dubai.
Yeah.
But we're going to be having launches in Pakistan and then the UK.
Is there any? I mean, I assume you're going to send me one copy.
I will, yes.
I will get back to you. I will once I see the.
I depend on a very nice review.
Yeah, exactly. And Sammar, can you leave some words of wisdom? I want to hear something from you for anyone who, I don't know, maybe anyone who's aspiring to write a book, or maybe to become a coach, right, or someone to become like you. Basically, is there anything you wanna mention? You wanna give us advice? Anything?
So advice. Well, from the top of my head, the only thing I can think at this point is, in writing, you write your language. Whatever you've experienced in whatever language, like The Barred Window is written as a tragicomedy. It's very funny, a lot of dark humor. But in coaching, you help other people find their language. So it's all about language here, yeah.
I love how you connected those both.
So my work basically overlaps a lot, coaching and writing. First is expressing your language and then helping others find theirs.
Oh my God. So writing is writing your language.
Yeah.
And coaching is helping them find their language. Oh my God. Wow. That was amazing. Sammar, amazing.
Thank you.
What can you say about this episode? You're good? You're good?
I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
At first I was like, I can see you're shaking.
I was so nervous in the beginning. I was like, oh my God.
but after a while, I think I
had
managed to break the ice.
Yeah.
I told you, it's just talking to a friend, basically.
Yeah.
You know how many of my guests became my good friends after the episode? Until now.
It was really nice.
Yes, until now we still keep in touch with my guests, and I hope we can also be in touch as well.
We can be, and I'd love to have you on my launch.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll invite you. Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for my invitation, my envelope with the red ribbon. With
Yep. But yeah, I'll try to manage that. Yeah.
No, exactly. Okay. Good. Send me an invite if I'm available. Why not? I'll
Are you going to be available on in the start of November?
I'll let you know because the schedule is
because there are going to be 3 events.
Yeah.
The first event is going to be the launch event, basically, which is going to be a little, a little stiff neck sort of an event. But the next few events are going to be pretty chilled, laid back, and then obviously I have to go and speak in front of the camera.
Good. I mean, come on! You did it for almost an hour. Why not? Like you had the heads up. You already warm up yourself, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm good. Okay, Sammar, thank you so much. And that regards to your kids, so I saw them on your Instagram. I was like, oh, they're so cute. So thank you so much, Sammar. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. And please keep supporting the podcast. And please support Sammar and her book. Follow her, support us, both of us. And thank you so much again for watching. And see you guys on my next episode. Sammar, thank you so much. Yay! Amazing.